Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow feeling sharper, lighter, and more energized than you have in years. And all you did was skip breakfast and take one shot of olive oil. Sounds ridiculous, right? Here's a sobering truth. Most of us are never truly. From morning coffee with cream, to a healthy snack, to that late-night bite, our body spends 16, even 18 hours a day digesting. And every time we eat, even a bite, our insulin spikes. And when insulin goes up, autophagy shuts off. Autophagy, the process that literally stops dead in its tracks the moment insulin rises. Now that might not sound like a big deal, until you realize what happens when you live like that for years. Your cells accumulate junk, damaged proteins, faulty mitochondria, metabolic waste, and your body stops responding to insulin properly, leading to insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is like your body having earplugs in. Insulin's knocking, but your cells can't hear it. So your pancreas pumps out even more insulin. Your blood sugar climbs. You gain fat, especially around your belly. Your energy crashes, and your brain starts to fog. You might think, that's diabetes, right? But here's the terrifying part. Insulin resistance starts 10 to 15 years before diabetes ever shows up. And right now, 1 in 3 adults in the US already has it. They just don't know. That's why even people who eat healthy often feel tired, inflamed, or stuck. Because modern food keeps your body in a constant fed state. You never turn on repair mode. Fasting is nature's reset button. When you stop eating, your insulin drops. When insulin drops, autophagy activates. Your cells start cleaning house, recycling, healing. But here's the catch. Most people can't fast long enough to reach that sweet spot. They get dizzy, hungry, tired, and quit. That's where olive oil changes everything. See, olive oil, specifically extra virgin olive oil, is made up of monounsaturated fat, mostly oleic acid, which has almost zero effect on insulin. That means you can consume it during a fast without turning off autophagy. In fact, studies show it might even it. Because olive oil contains 2 compounds that directly trigger the body's longevity pathways, oleuropein and hydroxytyrosol. These activate AMPK, the same pathway triggered by exercise, cold exposure, and even certain longevity drugs. AMPK is like a master switch that says, stop building, start repairing. So when you add olive oil to your fast, your nasen kundi, ar dasen bon sur kandi, au grow bine, au bine, and kasen yaur, in den stan, au by ten am nasen kurining, dadi dasen nasen zan, my didn't sign, redate sure you're upgrading it. Think of it as fasting, with fuel. Your body gets clean energy, your brain stays sharp, and your hunger disappears, all while autophagy keeps firing. And this isn't just theory. A 2022 paper showed that autophagy markers doubled in participants after 24 hours of low insulin fasting. Add olive oil, and you extend that effect because your insulin stays low and your mitochondria stay active. So yes, that tablespoon of olive oil might be one of the most underrated health tools in existence. And to anyone thinking, so you're saying olive oil is basically a cheat code for fasting? Exactly, but a legal one. Let's get practical. How do you do this correctly? Here's the olive oil fasting protocol used by biohackers and researchers. First, stop eating after dinner. Say your last meal is 7 p.m. Next, fast overnight. You're already asleep for half of it. Around 10 a.m. the next day, take 1 to 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. That's it. No food, no carbs, no protein. Continue your fast until 6 p.m. Drink water, black coffee, or green tea if needed. That's roughly 23 hours total. And here's what's happening behind the scenes. Insulin stays flat. Your liver burns through stored glycogen. Ketones rise, fueling your brain. AMPK and autophagy switch on. Damaged cells are dismantled and recycled. You feel light, focused, even euphoric. Because your body is finally cleaning itself from the inside out. And the crazy part, just one day of this can reset your insulin sensitivity for days after. Now, let's make something clear. You can't just grab any olive oil off a supermarket shelf and expect magic. Most olive oil bottles in America, let's just say, they're about as real as a Kardashian on a camping trip. A shocking study found that up to 70% of olive oils in U.S. stores are adulterated, mixed with cheap seed oils that destroy the polyphenols you need. So here's what to look for: extra virgin only, cold-pressed, unfiltered, dark glass bottle. Check for a harvest date, not just best before. Bonus: look for oils from Greece, Spain, or Italy, regions with high oleuropein content. When you get the real stuff, it's medicine. When you don't, it's salad dressing. After just one olive oil fast, most people report sharper focus, a calmer mood, easier fat loss, and, deeper sleep. But what's really happening goes deeper. Inside your cells, your body is performing a microscopic miracle. Old mitochondria are being recycled, damaged proteins are being cleared, your insulin receptors are being reset. It's not a diet, it's cellular housekeeping. And once you experience that lightness, that clarity, honestly, it's addictive. Because it reminds you of what your body feels like when it's finally free from the constant chaos of modern eating. That's why more and more longevity experts are calling autophagy the ultimate anti-aging system. And olive oil fasting? It's like giving that system a turbo boost. But here's the part few people know: you can amplify this even more. Combine olive oil fasting with cold exposure or time-restricted eating during the week, and you'll stack these benefits exponentially. That's what my next video will break down: the triple stack protocol that could extend your life and energy span by decades. So, make sure you're subscribed, because you don't want to miss that. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Your body isn't broken, it's just overwhelmed. Give it 1 day of rest, 1 day of real fasting, not starvation but strategic nourishment, and it will start healing itself. Because health isn't about eating less, it's about eating smarter and less often. So here's your challenge: try it this week. 1 olive oil fast. Don't announce it, don't overthink it, just experience it. Notice how your energy changes. Notice how your mind clears. Notice how good it feels to be back in control of your biology. You don't need a guru, a complicated diet, or a shelf full of supplements to start feeling better. Sometimes the most profound changes come from the simplest actions. Olive oil fasting isn't about deprivation or strict rules. It's about giving your body a break from constant digestion, processed foods, and the noise of modern life. When you pause and let your body reset, you tap into a natural wisdom that's been there all along. Your cells know how to heal, how to restore balance, and how to thrive. The power to heal is already inside you. All you have to do is stop getting in its way. Start by removing distractions, unhealthy snacks, constant notifications, and the urge to always be busy. Give yourself permission to slow down. Try replacing one meal with a tablespoon of high-quality olive oil and plenty of water. Listen to your body. Notice how you feel: lighter, clearer, more energized. This is the simplest reset you'll ever try, and maybe the most powerful. If you found this valuable, share it with someone who needs a reboot. Sometimes a small nudge is all it takes to spark real change, because one day, 1 tablespoon can change everything. Remember, start small. Choose a day, prepare your space, and trust your body's wisdom. You're more resilient than you think. Take the first step and let your reset begin today.